There is a reason we are safe in this country. It's because a whole bunch of people put up their right hand and swore to keep us safe. Those people deserve a lot.
Marin County is home to over 10,000 veterans, making up a substantial part of the county's population. After veterans return from their services, they tend to isolate and have to deal with the trauma that they endured during their duties, while also trying to reintegrate into normal society. 11 out of 20 veterans experience PTSD, and 20% feel high rates of depression.
Transitioning out of the military is like a lifelong thing, because you've been brainwashed in a positive manner that, for instance, failure is not an option. But in civilian life, you're taught that if you're not failing, you're not trying. And so it's difficult to understand that and to keep that in perspective as you go through the rest of your life outside the military.
When I got home, after 4 years in the service, the culture was a lot different than it is today. It's a lot better today. But back then, Vietnam was probably the most unpopular war, the most controversial war, and the most talked about war in history. I was spit on when I got home. I got hot coffee thrown on me, and I got called a baby killer, etc. And my very first American Legion meeting I ever tried to go to, after being a member for almost a year, is I was thrown out and told never to come back.
I was stationed in Germany when I deployed, so when I got home, there was a parade when I got off the plane. There was the whole fanfare. But I definitely went into the bunker for a little bit, just because in my mind, nobody understood what I was going through.
Going into the bunker means going deep into your head or depression, going and isolating yourself and staying out of the public. A lot of times when they were coming home, they were treated really crummy.
In Marin, the prioritization of veterans is not apparent. Due to our county's progressive inclinations, this leads to Marin County's VA department to be underfunded, not supported, and overlooked. As a result, incoming veterans are not aware of and are struggling to obtain their entitled benefits.
They really didn't talk about the VA benefits when you were coming out of the military, especially Vietnam vets or Vietnam era. They would tell veterans, all right, throw your bag over here, here's your paperwork, take your uniform off, because if you wear your uniform into the city, you could get jumped.
I really didn't get involved with veteran stuff or even was aware about veterans' benefits until about 1992, which was 22 years after I'd separated out of the service.
I think the biggest challenge for the VA is it's an underfunded organization and understaffed.
Phoenix, Arizona had some veterans die because they were on a waiting list. Horrible situation, should never have happened. However, it did.
That's one of the reasons why I recommend for any veteran separating from the service that one of the first places they stop is to join a local VFW if they qualify for Veterans of Foreign Wars or the American Legion, because any veteran separating from the military now would qualify to join the American Legion.
These are people whose lives can be restored if they give them a chance to have their lives back.
There's some other benefits to them belonging to a veteran support organization, just simply having a place to go hang out with brothers and sisters that know exactly what they've been through. When you join the military, you become part of a fraternity that is good for your lifetime.
But I will tell you, as somebody who had a really difficult time last year, and I tried to hang myself. And no matter how many times you tell yourself or you tell somebody else that failure is okay, it always seems to creep up that failure is not an option type deal. So
I have a young veteran that comes to mind that had come back from Iraq. He was involved in 2 IED explosions, and he's 100% disabled. Before he was even separated from the service, he was diagnosed with PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and he was really struggling in the community to find where he could go. The VA didn't have the resources to get him therapy. He got to spend 30 minutes with a therapist once every 6 weeks. It's not enough time for that guy. And so the Veterans of Foreign Wars in Petaluma stepped in, and we supported him. We helped pay his rent. We helped get him a therapist. And if these guys aren't taken care of, then all of a sudden you have PTSD, you're a younger guy, you're gonna self-medicate. Fentanyl, crystal meth, alcohol.
But my approach is very simple. These are people who deserve our help. Not enough people are helping them. So I'll reach a hand down and help them up.
I am very blessed for that I still get to be here, and I still get to work with veterans who are having these similar troubles, and we can sit here and we can talk the talk, walk the walk, and they can feel like they're talking to somebody who gets it, you know? I was almost said the F word, so sorry.
Don't worry. Thank you so much.
Yeah.